Hey, listen, boy.
Sometimes you gotta bring it back.
Before we start, big ups to the New York Knicks.
Oh, make sure you the camera.
3-1 on Philly. I just wanted to start. But that's all I got to say. Let's get it! Hey, listen, boy, I'm hyped, boy. Hey, listen, boy, it's about to be a good show. I'm telling you, boy. Anyway,
Seth. What's that?
holla at me.
Hey man, all right. So, welcome everybody to the 8th episode of Outside the Box with Siyon. See, I got a lot of cats with me today. Introduce yourself.
What's going on, y'all? I'm Dexter.
Mila Rose.
You already know his name.
One time.
Oh, yeah. Tommy Green, the Beast.
Anita.
All right, everybody should do yourself. So yeah, welcome to the 8th episode of Outside the Box with Siyon. This is the, we call this version of, this is the, let me see, what can I call this? It's like a part scene kind of, like, you know what I mean? So we just outside chilling, you know what I'm saying? Outside, just outside the box with Siyon. Yep, so we ain't got no time to play games. We're gonna go ahead and get right into it. But once I want to say like que hondo, mi gente, bienvenido. Outside the box with Siyon, y gracias por el apoyo. Wepa. So, today, this topic we're gonna be talking about is jealousy, envy, hatred.
Ooh.
Let me say that one more time. So we're gonna talk about jealousy, envy, and hatred. So before I start, you know what I'm saying, I want to know, do everybody have a like idea of what jealousy is, what envy is, what hatred is? Like, do they know what it means? You know what it means?
I mean, absolutely. I mean, go ahead, Dan.
Speak up.
I would say you said jealousy, envy,
Hatred.
and hatred.
Mm-hmm.
I would say hatred falls behind jealousy because you got to have a hate towards somebody. You got to hate something about it in order to be jealous.
True.
Anyway.
Right.
So, not to say they mean the same thing, but they in the same category.
That was a great definition right there. Yeah. So if anybody else want to say anything, I'm gonna get into it. Like, you know what I'm saying. What I actually like, cause you know at the end of the day I was like, you know what, like you hear people say motherfuckers hating on me and all this shit, you know, they jealous of me, envious me, and I was like, let me like really look into these words and see what they mean. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna start off first. I looked up jealousy, right? So jealousy means fearful of losing affection or position. It also means resentful or bitter in rivalry. Jealousy also means envious. It also means arising from feelings of envy and also vigilant and guarding something. All right, that's jealousy. So now I'm going to go to hate, which you talked about. To hate means to feel hostility or animosity towards. Detest, to feel dislike or disapproval. To feel dislike or distasteful. Okay, that's hate. So I looked up envy, and envy is discontent and resentment aroused by desire for the possessions or qualities of another. Right. So when I look these terms up, one thing that caught my attention, what you just said, like, all right, so jealousy, I looked up hate and then envy. One thing that caught my attention with hate was feel. The word feel. Because hate says to feel hostility or animosity towards, detest, to feel dislike or distaste of. You know what I'm saying? So that word feel, it stood out to me versus jealousy and envy. So what you were saying was correct because it starts with that hate, because it starts with the feeling. So then I went a little deeper. I said, so all right, let me see what feels actually means in the dictionary. So I looked at the word feelings and it said susceptibility to emotional response, opinion based on sentiment, and sentiment means a cast of mind, first of all. And then it goes on deep and says a thought. A thought based on emotion instead of reason. A thought based on emotion instead of reason means fact, truth. So that means it's like your own assumption, and we're gonna get deep in that too. All right. So when I looked up there, I was like, you know what? I said so hatred is the root. It's like the seed that get planted in your mind, and that evolves to jealousy and envy. You see what I'm saying? But I want to make it clear, like, this outside the box. So feelings, when your emotions come into play, they are demons. I know a lot of people don't believe in that shit, but they real. And I'm gonna go in deep on that too, because I actually looked up the word demon, and I'm gonna listen to this definition. A demon is an evil supernatural being, a devil, a persistently tormenting person, force or passion, being extremely zealous and diligent. Let me say that one more time. It says an evil supernatural being, devil, a persistently tormenting person, force or passion, being extremely zealous, diligent. So what I did was I went back and said, you know what? I'm gonna go back to original definitions of the terms I just spoke about: jealousy, hate, and envy. So in jealousy, it says fearful of losing affection or position. I'm gonna explain, I'm gonna give you an example of what happened to that. Say for instance, you at a job, you got this position as a manager, you know what I'm saying? And somebody comes in new, and this person is excelling, and the boss is really feeling this person. So now you in your mind oh, he's trying to take my job. He's trying to get my position. That's the root. That's the root. That's what jealousy first kicks in there. And it also says resentment or bitter and rivalry, which resentment means to feel angry. So for instance, we could be playing basketball, right? And I'm giving you the business.
Not me the business.
No,
you giving somebody else the business.
Okay, I'm giving somebody else the business, right? I'm giving somebody else the business, right? And they can't stop it. So now they man, fuck this mother. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? That's where the root comes in at right there, that jealousy. And it also says arising from feelings of envy. And again, I said feelings talk about, let me go back to feelings too, because I need to elaborate on this too. So it says feelings is susceptibility to emotional response, opinion based on sentiment. Now that word sentiment, I want you to look that up. Sentiment means a cast of mind. Cast. That means it's a group. It's a group of something. And that group is demons. So what happens is once you open up that scene, when you start feeling jealousy and envy and all that stuff, they come in and you know what they do? They start acting. They start adding on. Oh, you gonna let him do that to you? Man, he ain't know it. Man, look at him, man. And then you start feeding into it, and you start agreeing with it. You like, yeah, man, fuck that motherfucker, man. He ain't talking about no man. So that's where the root comes in at, because of the feelings. You know what I'm saying? And you got to understand it's a source. You have to identify the spirits, because see, your mind is broad. It's very broad. So when you have these emotional feelings, you invite certain forces in there to influence you to do certain things, either good or bad. You ever heard of the good wolf, bad wolf? Anybody?
I've heard that.
Ever heard of the good wolf, bad wolf? So basically what it is you have this good wolf over here telling you, but he speaks very softly unless you really in tune with yourself. And then you have the bad wolf, he loud. He talking shit.
Good angel, bad angel.
Pretty much. Good, yeah. Either way. So the one that's talking the noise, he's the one that's throwing all these seeds in your mind: jealousy, envy, and hate. So what happens is most people entertain those bad seeds because they be like, you might, because again, you have that initial seed of jealousy, envy, and hate. So the other one is like, no, that's not it. That's not right. No, you're good. But you're not listening to that because it's too soft, because you're entertaining the bad. So now, breaking this down, I want to hear y'all opinion on And like you can even use examples that happen in your life or that you experience on a daily basis about jealousy, hate, and envy.
You want to go first?
Into what regard?
Start off one time.
I mean, hey, listen, it's a whole bunch. Like, I, I told you that's one of my things. Like, no jealousy. That's one of my things that I try to live by. But it is a hard thing. Like, you in a relationship, you love this person. Yeah, you're gonna be a little jealous or whatever, whatever. But at the same time, you know what I mean? Like, the more I start thinking about it, it's like, fuck the words. I want to see the action. Like, Shorty's there for me anytime I'm in a pickle. Want to rub on me every time my body's sore. Da da da. That kind of shows me, like, boom, that's where I want to be. You feel what I'm saying? But at the same time, like, jealousy could be a bitch because, like, if you let that consume your head every time she walk out the crib, what is she doing? Is she with somebody? Da 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 da. It's like that's gonna ruin your whole day. You're gonna be like, instead of just enjoying whatever you was doing, you're gonna ruin it because it's like I'm so in my own head full of jealousy. I mean, like, I don't know. I mean, like, it's weird. Like, if someone gives you the reason, okay, I get it. You know what I mean? And I can see how you could be on the defense. But at the same time, it's like, I don't know, it's a delicate balance. It's really a delicate balance because, like, you can manipulate anything, just like stats in sports. If you want to make someone look good, you can look up stats that say, oh, well, he scores 10 points in the third quarter and he's a top 5 scorer in the third quarter. But that doesn't make him a great player or whatever. You can find any stat you want. So that's I don't know, it's a delicate balance with the jealous because I have my own problems with it. Like, I say I don't want to be jealous or whatever, whatever. But then I find myself like, if some bullshit happen or whatever, I like initially get mad, but then I gotta check myself.
Right.
You feel what
right,
I'm
right.
saying?
I got you.
So, I mean, these are hard things to dance around. You know what I mean? Like,
First of all, jealousy is just very vague. It's very vague
right.
because there's self-jealousy and then there's jealousy from the outside. That could pour in and to feed the inner jealousy that you feel, envy, or whatever it is that you would like to call it. Now, into regards with what you were saying, that can kind of go two different ways. That could be from past experiences with past people, that where that jealousy stuff is coming from. That could be triggering. You could have, well, three things. You could have people in your ear. You could have somebody around you that maybe they're not at the same point in that aspect of their life as you are, and so, a lot of people want to have their friends on the same plane, on the same avenue as them to not feel left out and things of that nature. So that could play a part as well. And the third part is maybe there's just something deeper that you may just have to work on and fix and be by yourself in order to do so.
I'm gonna ad lib on what he said. It just hit me when he said something like, because a lot of people like you say, when you say we playing a basketball game, right? If somebody give you the business, you gonna feel a certain way. You know what I'm saying? That's just natural instinct. You know what I'm saying? But my thing is like she said too, is like learning how to check yourself too. Like, it's okay to be like frustrated with yourself and mad, but like, you know what? I can't let him keep doing this to me. I gotta figure something out. But don't let it get to the point where you start like hating on this person because they better than you. You know what I'm saying? Like, at the end of the day, it's gonna be people out there better than you in any, like, in something. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're not gonna be the best in everything. I mean, even Michael Jordan in his prime, he wasn't the best. You know what I'm saying? I mean, he was the best in the league, but I'm not saying it was somebody out there that could outplay him. You know what I'm saying? So like, it's just important, like you said, to have that, like she said, to be able to check yourself. Like, hold on, why am I feeling this way? Why am I mad at him now? You know what I'm saying? Be mad at your fucking self. You know what I'm saying? You gotta figure out what you gotta do to stop this man. You know what I'm saying? So let me ask you this, Dexter. Like, have you ever experienced jealousy in your life, which I'm pretty sure you have?
Of course.
So like, explain like what you went through or whatever, like how you felt.
I don't even know where to start. Yeah.
I mean, just I mean, wherever you want
Speak
to
up for
start.
me
Yeah.
too. Speak up for me too. The people want to hear you.
Honestly, I can say I want to talk about my job.
Okay, go ahead. Let's go. Let's talk about the job. Yeah. I mean, hey, look, 'cause I'm pretty sure 90% of people watching this having that same thing you going through. So talk about it.
Talk about it at work.
Speak up a little bit.
Me and my coworkers, we go to work, and there's nothing, as far as our work ethic, there's nothing to complain about.
Mm-hmm.
We go in there, we get the job done, and we leave. Now, it's 2 shifts at the moment, so we have to wait for the production team to leave so we can do our job. And the jealousy part comes in where we're doing our job, but the next day, they're talking about what we did ain't done. They're going to the manager talking about we ain't did our job and all this extra. Now, keep in mind, it's for us, including me. And before I started, it was probably more about what, 5 or 6, if not more. Now, they were doing all this complaining about how we did our job, even though it was getting done. My main question was, every time he came to our supervisor about what wasn't being done, my thing was, what were you saying about the teams before? What were you saying about the crews that was here before us? Because if we're not doing our job, why are we still here and they're not here? Even after all the complaining, we still here.
So let me ask you a question. Like, so, and this is the flip part about it. So you express that, like, you know what I'm saying, you feeling that jealousy at work or whatever. So how would you handle that situation if you was them?
Them as in,
Like, say for instance, you was the person, like you was them, you know what I'm saying, and you know, they, all this, right.
I mean, me being me,
Yeah, just talk about you. Yeah.
I'm gonna just be like, okay, you doing your job. Why I'm gonna go to my manager and lie from jump?
Right.
Unless I got a hate towards you.
Right. There you go.
And the thing is, the hate probably isn't even really personal, because see, the thing about it, when you're in a workspace like that, 9 times out of 10, when one team is doing their work really well and the other team isn't on the same level, has less people, or has less or more responsibilities, and they're following the expectations that were already set prior, that could cause a rip, because now upper management is going to get on this team because, hold on, how is it less people here and they're getting this done in this amount of time, in this amount of ways, and you guys have more people, you're doing this and that, you got this and that at your disposal, and you're not even, the output ain't matching up. What's going on? So that could spew on jealousy and the envy and things of that nature. Think of Abel and Cain in the Bible.
I'm just saying.
Right, yeah.
What I got to say on hate real quick is, like, that's the easiest thing or the easiest feeling for people to get. So you got to train yourself to not respond to that. Like, you could feel hate for, you could be driving and this motherfucker didn't make the yellow light. Just, motherfucker!
Could have made it.
But like,
I hate that shit.
you feel what I'm saying? Like, you could be in the grocery store and then you think you picked the right lane, and then all of a sudden this motherfucker got wick, goddamn, and then you done watch 8 people done scan they shit in the other lane, and then you pissed off when you
Because
like
you came back up, you got people behind you, you just stuck
You
in
feel
that
what
point where
I'm
you
saying?
like
Yeah,
right
yeah,
next
yeah,
to
yeah,
like,
yeah.
damn.
Listen, this happened to me 3 times this weekend. I'm in the car wash, and all of them, you know, been filled, and then but you gotta pick which one you want to get behind. I'm like, all right, well, he look like he's almost done. The soap
Yep,
ball,
yep.
whatever.
You trying to
I'm
see
gonna
how
get
many items
behind
they
him.
got, see how far they are in the checkout process.
This-
We skimming and skimming
You
down
feel
these
me?
aisles real quick.
This motherfucker, not only did he rinse all the soap off, then he put his card back out on his phone and then redid it, and now I'm stuck because people behind me.
Take that up.
So now I got to wait 15, 20 minutes because he want to rewash his. This is what I'm saying about hate. It can come quickly,
Right.
but you can quickly let it go too.
Right.
Like you
Right,
have
right,
that
right.
option.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? You can let it consume you. You can be like, all right, this is gonna piss me off for the rest of the day.
Right.
Fuck that, this and that, da 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 da. And I'm bad for it. I mean, you could probably ask Shorty right here. I know she don't wanna, you know what I mean? But listen, I'm bad for it.
Yeah.
She do one thing that look like it don't look good to me. I'm pissed off for the rest of the day, and I done fucked the whole day up. And
Yeah.
it ain't even her fault.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
just me.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying?
I feel you.
You know what I mean? But
Hey, you know what that basically what you're saying is like basically like impatience.
exactly.
Because I used to be the same way, and I'm
Yeah.
gonna tell you what like broke me for that when I went to prison. Like patience, something I had to learn because I'm telling you, in there you if you don't got patience,
Gonna make it.
you're not gonna make it. You know what I'm saying? Like so that's basically what it is. Like learning how to have patience and understanding. You know what I'm saying? Because you know at the end of the day, people don't. And I'm gonna say 75% of the time don't intentionally do things to hurt people. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it's just like it just happen to be that way. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying that some people do it to hurt people, but at the end of the day, we gotta deal with ourselves and that. You know what I mean?
That's exactly the examples I was bringing
Right.
up. Like, 80% of the time, you get mad at shit that you can just let go.
Let go. Right.
But because this motherfucker didn't make the light. Because whatever, you could just let all of that
And
shit
think about
go.
road rage. That's like a big thing in
Yeah.
around.
But now,
like,
if
number
you want to
one.
flip it, though, now there's some things that a motherfucker do to you, be like,
On purpose.
oh,
Right,
hold
right,
up,
right,
hold
right,
up,
right,
hold the
right,
fuck up.
Right.
I'm not fucking with this shit.
Right.
You know what I mean? So there is a flip side to that.
Right,
like,
right,
don't
right,
get me
right.
wrong. I ain't trying to act like everything is honky dory around this motherfucker. You
Right.
do me dirty and that shit feel dirty. Fuck you. I mean, like dead ass.
Straight
like,
up, yeah,
fuck
yeah,
you.
word up, yeah.
Like I don't give a fuck if we had a 15-year relationship or a 5-day relationship. You do me dirty like that, and I feel like you did me like that.
Little finger.
Fuck you. Done. You know what I mean?
Fair enough.
Like, and I don't have no problem.
On that note, y'all, intermission time.
Let's go.
Big Country Man, Chevy Travel. This is my shit, YouTube. Don't fuck with me, please. Don't fuck with me.
Hey, this right here for all my boys out in them Chevys, you know what I'm talking about? With that paint, about them 6 and 8, you know what I'm saying? This for y'all, pimp. 09, do it, Big Country, you know what time it is. This is for my Chevy Trappers who be riding through that hood, hustle slow, getting that gun right, making that money. Old school, Chevy thing, sitting tall, wet, paint, Chevy Trap, my Chevy Trappers who be riding through that hood, hustle slow, getting that money right, making that money.
Y'all ain't ready for all that.
Chevy Trapper, if you hustle hard, working through the trap, do your own thing, don't blink your mouth, use a Chevy Trapper, I said a Chevy Trapper, get that green, get that cheese like he's a green camera, get the car wash, get it clean, make it gleam, standing away from it so you can see the hands with action, got the system cranking, got the mirror shaking, when you sit the Chevy, realize that your nose is shaking, on the weekend hit the clubs, it's a bunch of y'all, follow behind each other with emotional grills and ducking along, get the gas on it, sounds like a beast, oh shit, cuz, that go the police. This is for my Chevy Trappers who be riding through their hood, hustling, getting rid of budgets, making that money, old school, Chevy thing, sitting tall, wet thing. This is for my Chevy Trappers who be riding through their hood, thing. Sitting tall,
I would do one, but I might
Chevy trapper. Chevy trapper. You gotta hustle like any other job, nigga. To know you.
You got to do this shit right here too.
In the phone, once I took a friend, they will fuck you.
Hold on, I got this juice.
I be splurging from your work. You got to stay focused. It's all time. Chevy still looking good at 09. I ain't lying, it's a trend. I'm back beside on the business. The bitch and the business now. So when you get the Chevy, sit back, cruising down your aisle, get them haters streets from my Chevy trapper. See me riding through their hood, hustling. Getting ready to run, making that money. New school, Chevy thing. Sitting tall,
Oh, he fucking ate it, y'all.
We call it Chevy trapper. Country boys looking good, getting money, chasing deals. Trying to get them in whole country, out to the limit. Minimum wage, factory slave, check the jet, so much stress. Any minute, mighty move, make the Chevy for the right. Take your time, trick it out. Don't break it out till you know some light. This is test, this is real. Don't get played, got you chill. Gotta know how to get that, try to get out, cause don't get on your feet. Let's go smart, get out the hood, then make your best. Start your own biz, live your life, live how feel.
Ended better than it could have, so that's what's up.
Working like get short, like that. Now I fun, enjoy the stress. Live out us like no stress in the cell. Over to the hood, talk to the youth, call them like damn when that was you. That's right, North Carolina is country. You know what I'm saying? Big country.
Well, you look like you just did a cartwheel. You all right?
Oh, we got another cartwheel?
No.
No, we know.
No, he don't look
No
like
more.
he need to do no
No
cartwheel.
more. Oh, you got one?
Let me see something.
Oh, hold on, y'all.
Cartwheel.
We gotta see his cartwheel real quick.
Do it.
The way you stood up looked like a damn sloth stuck in
Do
a
it.
tar pit. Listen.
I did a cartwheel with my phone in my pocket. I'm gonna fall over too if I do.
All right, so we back live, y'all. We back
Oh,
live.
we back.
live.
Hold
Back
up.
live. We gonna jump right back into it. So we talking about jealousy, hatred,
Damn,
envy,
wait. Oh shit.
and also feelings, because feelings is part of the definitions of really of all these terms that I'm talking about. But I can start off saying, like, you know, for myself personally, like, I've kind of a lot of jealousy and envy in my life. You know what I'm saying? And I go even, like, you know, more particular with it, like as far as like you know, being good at certain things, how I look and stuff like that. And I really didn't like understand it at a younger age, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, I experienced the effects of it, if that makes sense. So, like, I can honestly say, like, I've never, all right, I say it like this. As far as I know, like, me knowing, I never, like, had that, like, jealousy and envy because, for one thing, I've always been a loner. Always been to myself. I was never a follower. I was always a leader. Like, you know what I'm saying. So I didn't give an opportunity to come in for jealousy or hate or envy. You know what I'm saying. But again, like I said, I experienced a lot of it, and you know, it's not a good feeling because, you know, at the time, like, I'm wondering why people feel this way about me or why they think this way about me. And it's like, is it something I'm doing? Something, you know what I'm saying? Like, so I started questioning myself about it, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. But it's like, at the end of the day, it's like, no, I'm not doing shit. It's they fault. Like, they fucked up, you know what I'm saying? So, so anybody that experiences it, just understand that it's not nothing against you. It's against the person that's having this feeling towards you. So always, like, don't, and like I said, these feelings come from a source, and these sources are demons. So once you open up that door for them to come in, they're gonna influence it. You know what I'm saying? Like, and you know, anybody can have their perception about what demons are, whatever, but they influence your mind. That's all it is. It ain't like they come in your body possession. Or, I mean, I'm not saying it can't happen, but what I'm saying to you is, when these feelings start to come up, the thoughts, that's where it's coming from. They influencing. They're in your mind saying this, and 9 times out of 10, 9.9 times out of 10, it's a lie. And either you feed into that lie, or you really do your own shadow work and figure out, like, okay, what is it that You know what I'm saying? Why am I feeling this way? Or why do I have this type of feeling? So, Malcolm,
Yeah.
let me ask about like, have you like people ever been jealous of you? Have you ever felt that from people?
Oh, absolutely. For most of my life, actually.
Mm-hmm.
Um, like you said, it's not a good feeling. You do question yourself. You start to wonder, well, why? I don't understand. Am I doing something wrong? Or maybe it's because of this, or maybe it's because of that. Um, I want to say, like middle school, I even went as far as like trying to fit in like as much as possible. Thank God I finally grew out of that. Um, by the time I was in high school, I was over it. But I mean, a lot of people could sit here and be jealous of you over a lot of things. For me, it was my personality. I'm used to be very bubbly, and I'm like, "Hi, my name is Lila." And I'm like, "What's your name?" Like, if you're the quiet kid in the classroom, you're going to speak to me. Not that I'm demanding for you to speak to me, but I'm like, well, maybe I'm thinking maybe you're not comfortable, and I'm like, especially if you're the new kid, I'm gonna make you comfortable. Like, hey, I met one of my best friends for going on 20 years now. The first day of sixth grade, she dropped the color pencils, and I was the only one that got up and helped her. And I said, "Hi, my name is Lila." She said, "Hi, my name is Crystal," and we've been tight ever since. So a lot of people, I don't know, a lot of people, that's generally where the jealousy would come from. I would walk up and I would say, "Hi, my name is such and such," and then boom, it would just be on.
And two, it depends on the person. So,
That
I mean, they could be having a bad day, and that something nice might just set them off and be like, why would you do that? I
Right.
wouldn't do it.
They probably never experienced nobody being nice to them or doing an act of kindness or something like that for them.
And that's one thing I say too, like, as far as like dealing with people that have jealousy and envy, like just having that empathy, what I'm saying, like, cause like you said, everybody is raised differently. Everybody has different cultures, and it can even go deep as far as like people within the family. You know what I'm saying? Cause like, say for instance, like you grow up with siblings. You know what I'm saying? Most parents tend to favor the baby more than the older. You know what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, it's like you have to have that understanding. It's like both ends have to have the understanding. Like like the older one has to understand. Like, okay, he gets more attention because he needs more attention. You see what I'm saying? He needs the more attention. Yeah. And the young one has to understand. Like, okay, he or she used to having this attention and not get it no more. You know what I'm saying? But as kids, it's hard to like get to that point. But once you get older, you start to see like. But the thing about it is, some people get our age and they still have them same feelings. You see what I'm saying? They hate their brother and sister because of the treatment that they received when they was younger. You see what I'm saying? So like you have to really evaluate your feelings and emotions and figure out where they're coming from. And again, if you having any of these feelings, understand that it's from a demonic influence. You know what I'm saying? To get you to that point where you are jealous and envy. And you know what I'm saying? Like the root is hatred. You know what I'm saying? Because again, it says to feel hostility or animosity towards. So that's where it starts at right there. And then once you feed that, it evolves to jealousy and then envy. Um,
Can I?
yes, sir. Yes, sir. Go ahead. Go
I,
ahead. Go
I'm
ahead.
about to say, I haven't had a chance to speak on the envy part yet.
Yeah, go ahead.
Like,
Go ahead.
like my thing is like, and again, I don't want to sound like no hypocrite. Like, sure, I've done my own. Fuck that, he don't deserve this. Growing up, da da da. But
Right.
like, once I got on my spiritual journey or whatever, I'm like, why hate on somebody else? Like, why be jealous of somebody else? Like, if my dude tells me he just opened, I mean, he got a business and that thing is thriving and da da da. You know what I want to do? I want to be on every social media platform and promote him.
Right.
I don't want to be envious.
Right.
I don't want to feel like, oh, but he got something I don't. Fuck him. Da da da. Like, I don't know. It just seems like to me that takes more energy
Right.
to be envious of someone instead of just appreciating what you got. And like you may not have as much as the next person, But I promise you, there's people who don't have what you got that's envious of you, but you don't see it that way. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah, I
like,
got you. Yeah.
so it's just like take it from a personal perspective. Like, you know what? I got my mother still. I got my siblings. I got a girlfriend.
Right.
I got something to eat today. I got a crib to stay in. Da da da. Instead of looking on Instagram and be like, well, fuck, P. Diddy got a goddamn. Or I'm sorry, no Diddy. No,
Yeah,
no
we
Diddy.
even
I'm sorry.
no did it. You ever no
I'm
did it.
sorry. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Any other, whatever. Oh, my bad. I didn't even.
Hey, look, but check this out though.
Not even that. Look, I was just gonna say
Go ahead.
for sure though that
Oh god.
I just wanted to, give my homeboy one time his flowers while he here, right?
Mm-hmm.
And say that he is a man of his word because what he just described, I really am a business owner, right?
Mm-hmm.
And all of my successes, he has always celebrated with me.
Mm-hmm.
He's always supported and encouraged me, even when we out places and like he's introduced me to people.
Mm-hmm.
He always speaks highly of me, even in my face. Like, yo, this is my man. He got his own business. I'm so proud of him. This is what he do. Matter of fact, tell him about your business.
Yeah,
It's been many times I've been in social circles with him where he's made me tell people what I do out of pride and support of me. So I can.
And I can add level on it because he's been supporting me since my podcast, you know what I'm saying? So like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he always like, here to support, you know what I'm saying? I be trying to throw him as a co-star and all that stuff. He like, man, I'm just here to support, man, that's real, you know what I'm saying? Because like, like I say, man, a lot of people, they look and be like, oh, he think he this, think he that, man, he this, no, you know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna add up to what you said too. It was dead key. It was like, we were talking about envy. Like, start having gratitude for the things you do have. Like, you looking at this person because they got something you don't have. Well, damn it, if you want it, get it. You got to figure that shit out yourself. You know what I'm saying? Don't be mad at this man because he got it, you ain't got it. If you want it, get it. Everything ain't for everybody, too. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, at the end of the day, you have to do what you supposed to do. You know what I'm saying? You don't know. Everybody has a purpose in this life. You know what I'm saying? His purpose, her purpose, his purpose, it's not my purpose. It's their purpose. So why am I trying to live and be like them? And that's not even me. You fake. You phony. You see what I'm saying? Be your fucking self. Stop trying to be somebody else. You know what I'm saying?
And
that's
the
just
first
real.
key to that is to accept that what is for you is going to be for you, and what is for somebody else is for somebody else. You just have to, once you realize, like you said, that his path, my path is not going to be yours. Once you understand that what somebody else has going on is not going to be for you, that's not the path that you are designed to go down, things are going to start falling into place. You're going to start focusing more on yourself and figuring out what your path is supposed to be. You just got to get some of these distractions out of your life.
Chime in, Dexter. What you think, man? What you just talked about? Envy.
I can't really disagree with nothing.
okay. I'm saying you got anything to add? You got anything you want to add? You got anything you want to add?
I mean, well, other than the fact I can ad lib on what my man was saying one time. I'm pretty much the same way. I'm not gonna kick you while you're down if you're trying to get something started. You know what I'm saying? I'm support you. You know, people out.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
But the power, like like you said, the power in that is like when you have that gratitude and you support others, it's gonna start things. The favors gonna start coming your way, because now you're dismissing all that negative energy and you bringing that positive energy into your life. You see what I'm saying? So I say to people, like, if you have those type of feelings, start having like celebrate people, have gratitude, and I promise you, it's gonna come back. It's gonna come to you.
But no, I just wanted to say too, like. I'm dead serious though. Like, when I'm promoting my guy or you or whoever, like, I genuinely believe in y'all. You feel what I'm saying? Right. So it ain't like, oh, let me just look at that thing and hit a like to help support them, or let me just act like no. I'm invested like you invested. If there's something I can do for you. You let me know.
Right.
Because I believe in what you're doing right now.
And what you said is dead on because you be seeing like people posting up stuff on social media and stuff, and you see these likes. I guarantee you, 98% of them likes, it's just they felt like they had to like it.
Yeah.
You see, it ain't genuine. It's not genuine.
And I'm gonna be the realist.
Yeah.
I'm the worst at liking things.
Right.
Because I don't do social media like that. I'm not the one. Like you know what I mean? Yeah, I just kind of, you know what I mean? I got IG every now and then. I try to support my folks. But when it comes to real life, like, I need you here,
I got you.
I'm here.
Yeah, right. Actions.
Don't Actions. Don't judge me on my likes and views.
Right.
Judge me on my actions.
Right, that's right.
You feel what I'm saying?
That's right,
You
yeah.
got an event, I'm the one that's going to come and help you set up.
I mean, like, I just want to put this out here, and I'm gonna ask him, cause he's been the one closest to me. But Marvel, if you had to pick anyone you knew that you had to say, I need someone there that I know is going to be there, out of everybody you know, who are you going to hit up? This is what I'm saying, like that kind of vibe.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like that's the energy I want to give my people.
Right.
I'm here for you.
Right.
Like I believe in your vision.
So, all right. So for the audience, like, how did you get to that point?
I mean, just I've always just been.
Years of training.
Oh.
Because I mean, like real talk, like
show about it.
like real talk, like a lot of people may need like a cheat code, like some advice, like how to get there. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Let it go, babe. Go ahead. Let us know. Let them know what you did.
I have to have a whole hour one-on-one about that.
Y'all listening?
That's a whole show.
Oh, she says the whole show.
look.
So we might not have time for enough of that to get advice. But at the end of the day, just
I don't know, man.
Years.
I fucks with my folks, man.
Yeah.
Like I mean, like if you my folks, I'm gonna be there for you. Cause if you reciprocate that same energy, then say no more. Like you ain't got to explain nothing, say nothing, whatever. I mean, like I don't even want to make this a me thing. But like, am I lying? How many times where I used to make all of the homies write a letter just to send to you, and I'm the one, you know what I mean, sending it or whatever. Like I'm sitting here telling, like, yo, this is our nigga. Like this is our dude. Like we can't forget him in this time. He's going through a hard ass fucking time.
Right.
This ain't the time. We should be double the effort.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
So I mean, again,
Yeah, that's one thing I say too. When I was in too, like, you know, he did like he used to write. He used to like one thing, like he just like go on Facebook, put a picture of me, and like people comment, he'd send me, you know what I'm saying, like stuff like that, man. Like you'd be surprised how much it'll impact you in that situation. You know what I'm saying? Because when you in there, it's like you feel like you dead. You know what I'm saying? Like you feel like everybody forgot about you. So just them gestures right there is like it'll make your time a lot better.
I don't even want to speak for him, but how did it feel when you got a letter?
Like the world still remembers.
You feel what I'm saying? Just a simple letter.
Yeah.
Just something that reminds you, like, I'm not disconnected with the outside world.
Right.
Somebody fucking fucks with me.
Right. It's the little thing.
Yeah.
The little thing. You're right. Yeah. So what I would say is like if you having these feelings or emotions, we say this. I think we say this probably every fucking episode. Look in the goddamn mirror. Figure out what the fuck is wrong with me, because you ain't getting these feelings from nowhere. You know what I'm saying? It's something that you lacking that you need to get on point with. You know what I'm saying? And the only way you do that is do your own shadow work and figure out whatever it is that's got you discombobulated and make you feeling this certain way about this other person. I mean, if you in the gym and you see somebody benching 500 pounds and you can't bench 500 pounds, so what? If you see a dude,
Give me 50.
if you see a dude a little bigger than you, and you trying to get that big, figure it out. Don't be mad.
I'm trying to
See, you know what I'm saying? Like, see, this is an example. Like, he always come to me, but it's genuine. He's like, man, what do you do to get where you at? You know what I'm saying?
I'm not in that conversation.
So I give him advice, and no way he receives it, and you know what I'm saying, it's genuine. I know it's genuine. You know what I'm saying, but you know, I've been in places where I be somewhere and like, you know, I give an example like in prison, whatever. Though, so I take my shirt off. I'm like, man, put your shirt on, man. What you trying to do? Why not? You know what I'm saying?
What you mean? What I'm
You know what I'm
trying to
saying? Why can't I take my goddamn shirt off? You know what I'm saying? I done work hard for this shit, you hear me? You know what I'm saying? Why can't I take my goddamn shirt off? You know what I'm saying? I can flex every now and then, you hear me? I spend all this time in the gym, I do, you know what I'm saying, I'm disciplined. Why can't I take my goddamn shirt off?
Let them know.
Let them know, man. And I'm pretty sure you know you probably experience the same thing.
This is why he's on my team. Amen.
All day, baby, all day, yeah. So, hey, look, we're gonna take one more quick intermission, and we're gonna wrap this thing up, man. Yeah, but y'all. We say I'm not on that team. You on that team, though, man. You can get there. You know what I'm saying?
Oh no, dude. No, I'm too lazy for that.
Yo, what's happening? This your own big country, you know what I'm saying? Everybody asks who's big country. What do you do? So I made this song here for let everybody know what it is about big country. Let's go. And who you is?
Yeah, true.
And I will still, you know, slap a nigga or, you know what I mean? Like, well, I ain't afraid of no contact.
Yeah.
I'm just not gonna get a nigga dog to do that. I'm just gonna hit him with the dad.
Country. Chef Shaw. I would say, man, who me is all you wanna know. Everywhere I go. What I do, what I am, that's my country. And who me everywhere I go. All they gonna know. What I do, what I am, that's my country. And who me everywhere I go. What I do, what I am, that's my country. And who me everywhere I go. All they gonna know. What I do, what I am, that's my country. And who me? Let me tell you a little something about me. Big country, born and raised in North Carolina. Country, had it back in Washington, trusted young and keep it fresh as kids. Always saying all the chicks, always saying I'm from boom. Just something hated, just gon' have to consume. Devil never did it bigger. Every sports was my main thing. Injured my knee, my last year, what a shame for me to be. But I saw something better that was in me. It's been a lot of hard times and struggle. All peace and love. I'm a man I always love. I know everything has a reason. Life it changes the city, but them the reason. So I put my trust in God and believe. I grow strong every day, and I will always pray. Country one to the heart will never change today. It's who I am, is when I know me, so they love it or hate it. You can take it, so they ride to the top and can't be stopped. And with me is all they wanna know. Everywhere I go. What I do, what I am, they look like country. And know me everywhere I go. All they wanna know. What I do, what I am, they look like.
He about to show
And know me everywhere I go. All they wanna know. What I do, what I am.
Texas. Something like that.
They love my country. And know me everywhere I go. All they wanna know. What I do, what I am. They love the country. And know me
from the country, opposite to be exact. Hotel to show the whole world ain't nothing wrong with that. As a kid, had fun, summer days in the sun, laying on the dirt roads with friends and cousins. I ain't really have a dad. Just said he was gone. My pop built that boy so I wouldn't be alone. The dad I never had, he taught me how to fish. Buried on my birthday, you won't always be missed. Age 9, learn to drive short bed Chevy. See me ride right now, I'm in a short bed Chevy. Clapping bills so heavy, playing hide and go get it. Breeze that club ball, everybody was with it. Liquor house, car games was the spot to be at. I lived a lot of places, but I always get back to my one and only home, Cadillac to the bone. Leaving Carolina to the day that I'm gone. Got the best thing going right in my little town. Yeah, them southern country girls used to show get down. Younger couldn't appreciate it, used to say how I hate it. Looking back, I understand, blessed to say that I made it. Who I'm Bill Chevy Short, a.k.a. Rob Lee, southern country boy from the NIC.
And who I'm is all they wanna know. Everywhere I go. What I do, what I am, they love my country. And who I'm is everywhere I go. All they wanna know. What I do, what I am, they love the country. And who I'm is everywhere I go. All they wanna know. What I do, what I am, they love my country. And who I'm is everywhere I go. All they wanna know. What I do. And who am is boy, a big country boy. Let me think about the name, I'm just a real right. Eating chickens, beef, collard greens, fat man. country they go, in the country they go. Every rapper spread just believe the nigga of the world. I heard like a fishing in the woods, game that makes my life back. It's so recent, but I ain't never put a bitch back. The entertainment, I hit the liquor house, sitting on corn, listening to boom, oh cool, baby, I used to be. It's amazing to see how many folk now I love it. It's been simple, they back peaceful, and not much money. As kid, I'm red cow tipping, running the fields. Chasing wild horses, get hit by my own person. So there it is, what I mean is country tatted on my own real is, boy. This is what I'm missing. And who is all you wanna know? Everywhere I go. What I do, what I am, they love my country. And who me? Everywhere I go. All they wanna know. What I do, what I am, they love the country. And who me? Everywhere I go. All they wanna know. What I do, what I am, they love my country. And who me? Everywhere I go. All they wanna know. What I do, what I am, they love the country. And who me?
It's like that.
And who me?
Wrap it up.
And who me?
And we waiting on Jay.
And who me?
Yeah, fit in with.
We out.
All right, so this is the part where we wrap things up. This is where we wrap things up right here. So we spoke on jealousy, hate, and envy, and now we just give a recap on everything. Like, so I always do this. Like, do anyone have anything they want to add or ad lib on, or anything they just want to put out there as far as what we discussed during this episode?
Whew.
Talk to them.
I'm afraid this one's gonna get me in trouble, but
Sometimes trouble good.
I think there's a difference between love, like love,
Right.
and sex.
Wait a minute. I thought we were talking about envy, jealousy.
Well, that's jealousy. This is what I'm trying to bring up. Like, that shit brings up a lot of jealousy. You feel me?
Explain.
Yeah, I mean, I know they go hand in hand and like they play a part in each other, but yeah, like
I'm just saying, like, sex is a big thing in a relationship.
okay, so you're still going in from a relationship standpoint.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, that's
Yeah, absolutely.
I just had to get with you.
Yeah, so I'm just saying, like, that is a very big thing to me. You know what I mean? Like, I see it, and I mean, I got questions again, but like, we live in a world where this is just the stigma, or this is what's supposed to happen. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know, but it just seems like jealousy is just like, that's the biggest thing I have the biggest problem.
So it does seem to lead someone to intermixing with those things.
But this is what I'm saying, like, as much as I want to say that, oh, that don't bother me, oh, this don't bother me, go ahead, I still find myself jealous. You feel what I'm saying? Like,
you're human, you're valid to have.
yeah, so it's just like, it's like I'm having a hard time trying to figure out, all right, well, what do I really believe in? It's like, I feel like we shouldn't be all this jealous and just live it, but I have those same feelings though, if that makes sense. You feel what I'm saying? Like,
so basically what you're saying is like it's some fear involved in that, right?
I guess I don't know. I ain't fearful or nothing.
Mm-hmm.
It's just, I guess it's just what's been drilled in my head for my 44 years of existence of this is how a relationship is supposed to be. Mm-hmm. Supposed to be. But if I think of it like, all right, outside the box, okay, you know what? I'll just say, Juice, don't kill me, okay? Don't kill me. But I'm just saying, like, seriously, like, who made up marriage? Who made up these rules that you gotta be monogamous for 40 plus years or 60 or whatever? Once you get with one person, that's it. And as soon as you look at somebody else, you are a cheater and you're this and that.
Can I answer that?
Please.
Man.
Exactly my point. Exactly. But this is what I'm saying.
Right.
Like, it came out of nowhere.
But you know why? I'm gonna go a little deeper.
Okay, go, please.
Why? Because it's a sense of control. It's a sense of like restraining you from who you are. It's like restricting you from being outside the box per se. You see what I'm saying? And like I say, to each his own. To each his own. Like somebody might just be comfortable with one person. Somebody might be comfortable with two of them. It's to each his own. Right. But who are you to judge? You see what I'm saying? Who is anybody to judge? You see what I'm saying?
I think that's all I'm trying to say.
Right.
Like you want to do this monogamous thing,
right.
and beautiful.
You think about
it's beautiful, but why all of a sudden? And this is the shit that pisses me off the most. And I'm really about to dig in. A dude can sleep with
6,000.
Yeah. That dude's the man. He's
Right.
A chick sleep with one other dude.
Yeah, she a hoe.
She a hoe.
Yeah,
she a
right.
slut. Fuck her. I can't stand this mentality, yo.
And you are just as tainted, honey.
Like it just boggles my mind. Like, how is it that okay, so she can do exactly what you just did 3,000 times, but the first time she did it, fuck her, she's a hoe, slut, blah blah blah. But then at the same time though, there is a reverse. There's some dudes that ain't doing shit. They just trying to live their life or whatever, but they get painted as dogs and this and that. So it's another fine line to walk. But I'm not even questioning none of that. What I'm questioning is who made these terms. Like,
well, I
you feel what I'm saying?
I know exactly where you're going at, and I can probably give you another perspective on it. Cause see, if you look in the early days, you know, especially in biblical times or in any kind of religion in the early days, like it was common for men to have multiple wives and stuff like that, right? Okay, so once America got established, when the Europeans came here, that's when shit started. That's when that shit started happening. Oh, it got to be this way, this how it's supposed to be. If you go outside of that, it's like they gonna initially judge you. They're gonna make you feel like that you are something that, you know what I'm saying, like bad. You know what I'm saying, per se. So religion is where it comes from. You know what I'm saying. But if you like, even if you read the Quran, like they believe in like if you like I said, to each his own. I'm not saying like it's for everybody, but yes, they believe that you can have multiple wives, and as long as you treat them equally, it's okay with them. You know what I'm saying? And even if you go like to other countries, they more lenient, like they more relaxed on like relationships as far as like sexual partners and stuff like that. But when you come here, it's just like, oh, you got to go get married. You got to be with this person forever. You can't look at nobody. You can't, you know what I'm saying? And you know, at the end of the day, that's not for everybody. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
All right, I need a female's point of view now.
Yeah. This would be great.
Anybody.
Please, chime in.
Well, that is going to also depend on the people who are in that situation. Because even if you take it back to religion, I don't want to sound like a little thing back, but my mind's kind of lost right now. But I could have sworn there was someone in the Bible that did that. They had multiple wives, and that didn't pan out so well.
Why? It was actually with Solomon, but the reason why it didn't, because the wives turned him to their gods, the other gods. You know what I'm saying?
But I'm saying though, it's like there was someone else in the Bible that had multiple wives earlier.
Abraham. Okay.
And that didn't end so well. One female, jealous of the other.
Oh, she actually put him on her. Yeah. Sarah actually, because she couldn't bear a child. She couldn't bear a child, so she was like, you know what? Take my maidservant and have a child with her. And by her doing that, that's when, she got that jealousy, because now she felt like, that he had that child, that she was like, he was gonna be, more for her now.
This is outside the box.
Outside the box, man.
This is outside the box.
Yes, sir.
I just got one question for both of y'all. Since I'm just hearing what y'all saying.
Mhm.
So y'all believe what they saying in the Bible actually happened? Like I'm not saying. Again, I have no evidence. I'm trying to get your point of view. Is this a fictional book or a non-fictional book?
I wouldn't say it's fictional only because there's just too many artifacts and things being dug up on the side of the ground that people just that they can touch it, put it back in the ground, what you do it. But there's just too many things that are coinciding with what's actually in it. I do feel like that there are some fictional things in it, and then there are also some non-fictional things in it. It's definitely been rewritten a little too much. A lot of things have been taken out. A lot of books have been taken out, and it had to come from somewhere. So it can't have been just completely made up.
And to add lib on that, I can say this.
Wanna take y'all off of y'all.
And no, and I can add lib on that too. What she said is correct. Like I feel like too is like they gave examples of how people lived back then. I ain't gonna say that was an actual situation. I don't know. I won't hear. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, but I do feel like that was like because we talk examples every day. You see what I'm saying?
But can you give me an example? Like what are you saying? Like
so, all right, say like even with this podcast, right? Like we talking about jealousy, envy, and hatred, and we're giving our perspective on it. You know, off of real life situations. You know what I'm saying? Some of the stuff it may be true. Some of the stuff it just be our perspective of what we see in life. You see what I'm saying? So I do believe that even then that they still took real time examples during that time, and they probably put it in their words. You see what I'm saying?
But I guess what I'm asking is, and give me an example of what you're talking about from the Bible, because me personally, I think people are taking this wrong. Like the Bible is not a literal thing.
Well, I would tell you this right here.
People was not existing. This is a astrology thing and a metaphorical thing to get to your Christ life.
Right.
This is a metaphor. But I want to hear some examples from you guys that exhibits what you were just saying.
All right, I give you examples. So, in instance, like,
because I don't know
the Bible was supposed to be divinely spoken, right? Meaning inspiration. Well, most people don't understand that when you speak inspiration, it has to be interpreted. You see what I'm saying? Just like the book of Revelation. They tell you in the beginning, this was a vision. So the stuff that they're talking about in Revelations, it don't mean it's actually what it's saying. It has to be interpreted. And we can get to a whole other segment about this, but in order to interpret it, you have to have the rule to help you interpret it. It can't be from your own natural mind. You understand? Because it's not coming from the natural mind. So you have to learn how, like that. Like I said, that comes with being spiritually discerned. You know what I'm saying? To be able to know how to interpret what they're saying. Just like for instance, if he say that I think that it's in Revelation where he say he ate the scroll, like it didn't mean he literally ate the scroll. You see what I'm saying? But no, that when they say eat the scroll, that means that he read it so to the point where he was feeding on it to get it in his mind to where he could just spit it out. You see what I'm saying? If that makes sense.
Okay, but counter reactor, like this is what I'm saying. You just pretty much made my point where you got to think about this, right?
Right.
If you stop taking things literal, and use Jesus, basically what they're trying to say. Jesus
that's not in his name.
Jesus is basically a metaphor for the Son. So anytime you hear the word Jesus in the Bible, that's kind of like the sun, the light, whatever. But what did you just say? I'm trying to tell you that if you take things metaphorically, like look at the Last Supper picture, right? You see all these Peter, Paul, and Jesus in the middle, and blah blah blah, but if you really look at it, that's the zodiac. That's Aries. That's goddamn Mars. You feel what I'm saying? Jesus in the middle.
Yeah. The sun.
Goddamn the sun.
Yeah, right.
What I'm saying is, the Bible is an astrology book more than it is a real tale. But a lot of people take that literally, and it's like this where your blessings get messed up. Like, look at it as a way to improve yourself.
Key. That's key. That's key. Because, you know, what you said, it hit because, you know, most people listen to people like they go to church, right? And they listen to this person explain to them what this book means. It's not meant for that. It's meant for you to read it and get what you need from this book. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, that's what it's meant for. Yeah.
Hey, listen. I mean, like, I don't know. I'm a stickler for that, cause like I ain't trying to get into no religious battle.
Right.
But I literally asked a close friend of mine, right?
Yeah.
I said, let me ask you a question. And I might have done this already, but how many times do you think Jesus Christ or God or Lord or whatever a day? Oh, all the time. Lord is my Savior. This and that. Jesus Christ died on the cross. Blah, blah, blah. Right? Then I follow it up. How many times do you think yourself a day? Oh, well, no, all praise to Jesus. I'm like, why are you giving your energy, your shit to somebody else? Like, that confuses me. Like, you are giving your energy to a fictional character. A fictional character. Jesus Christ is a fictional character. And I'm saying that online.
You got a point.
You feel what I'm saying? That is a story. That's like me saying, you know, thank you so much, Santa Claus, for bringing all of these gifts to me. You are so grateful. Get the fuck out of my face. Listen, y'all better stop that shit. Believe in yourself. You did that. Jesus didn't do that. Jesus walked on water. Name me somebody else that walked on water. Now, I want... Can anybody else name somebody they see?
Like I said, I won't there. I don't know, but I don't know. It could have been.
Because you know what? That wasn't fictional.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? When they say baptizing people, they literally dunking people underwater, but hallelujah, you're saved. That doesn't mean that. That means you went from your earth.
Right.
That means you went from earth and transitioned to your air state.
Right.
Air.
I feel.
You feel what I'm saying? You got four elements. That's what that meant. When you get baptized, you go into your next state.
Right.
You just, all of a sudden, you dunk a motherfucker in the water. And all of their sins are good.
And look.
Hallelujah.
And look, I'm telling you, it's funny. So you said that, right? Because like, I think it's on the real when I seen it. Dudes in the creek baptizing somebody, right? So,
is that where you got that creek water?
No. So look, hold on. So the preacher now, he about to baptize dude, and the dude fishing right beside him, right? And he's like, hey look, he mad. He's like, man, y'all gonna hurry up. He's like, all right. So look, he would have dunked the man in the water, and they seen the alligator. He left the man in the water.
So is he half baptized?
Right.
How does this work?
Oh man.
Jesus wanted him back.
Oh. Hey, look, that shit was funny as hell, man. I ain't gonna lie to you. Anyways, y'all, we done with this episode outside of the box. Hey, so I appreciate all y'all that tuned in, whatever. Yeah, this was a good episode here. You got anything to say, Dust, before we go off? Just listen. He's just listening, and we talking. So appreciate y'all. Love and peace.
Fuck with it. Let's get it. Oh. Don't mind me. I got a bad knee.
Bolas.
Let's go New York Knicks.
Yeah,
Let's get it.
Fuck the damn Lakers. They ain't worth shit.
That's how you gonna end the live?
Because you're not allowed. I gave him the nickname.
Are you saying that I have not made my
I am weak.
Wow. What? I need the handshake and everything.